Hello everyone and welcome to another Star Trek Let's Play or Let's Show. I don't know. I guess this could be classed as Let's Play. Either way, I just wanted to show the brand new Voth command flight deck carrier. Basically, you remember the... I'm not sure if any of you remember the T5, Tier 5 variants of these, which was the... Bastion, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, Bastion flight deck carriers, and basically that's what these Tier 6 versions are. They're just more the upgraded versions really, and yes, you can get these on the lockbox, but I managed to get mine off the exchange for 350 350 million Earth credits. I wish it was 350 Earth credits like that, because then that would save me a whole lot of EC. But either way, I say fair play to the one selling it, because obviously they've got to get it EC. But anyway, and I know what some of you think. You probably think, well, haven't you got one of them already, a Tier 5 variant? Why not just keep with the Tier 5 and just save your EC? Yes, I agree with you on that one, but at the same time, I'm one for wasting my Earth credits on things that make me go, ooh, I like that, even though it's just a minor thing. The only differences between the Tier 6 and the Tier 5 is basically you've got a trait there, so that's the main big difference, and you get a directional Voth anti-proton beam array free with this ship as well. But other than that, it's not really much of a difference, except that it's got the traits, its design is a lot more different and such like that. Obviously, because of the shield variant I'm using on this, it looks a bit white or silver or grey, whatever colour you're seeing it. It looks kind of white on my screen, but because of that, it's making it look that colour. But if I was to take that off, I said if I was to take that off, seriously, why does nothing ever cooperate with me? Right, I'll take this off so you can actually see what it actually looks like without its thing. Right, now that's the colour scheme I've given it through the customization thing. Now, like I said, the only difference between the actual Voth ship, Tier 6 and Tier 5, is basically the Tier 6 is got... I'm talking about design wise and such. Actually, I'm better off showing it right here. Difference is that it's got these like fins on it that make it look different from its Tier 5 variant. In fact, I could actually show you the Tier 5 variant, so it saves me saying the difference in that. I mean, I'm not sure if you can see at the bottom and such, but bear with me one moment. What I'll do is I'll re-equip everything, so that way, because I'm a little bit OCD with that stuff. But then again, isn't everyone? Let's see, I'll bring out... Now this one hasn't got much powerful gear on it or anything like that, but I'm just bringing it out to show you anyway, so that you know the difference between the two. Now again, colours are different due to the shield variant and such, and yes, it's pretty much almost completely naked at the moment because I need to put other bits on there and such like that. But that's because I'm just basically using the Tier 6 version. And being honest with you, I didn't have the heart to get rid of the Tier 5 variant, because I thought, you know what, I'll just keep hold of it. I'm a collector, and sometimes I can be a bit of a money waster, game money waster, I mean. But yeah, already you can see the difference in that. I mean, if I was to take the visuals off, actually. Okay, fine. Gonna come up? Right, there you go. You will notice that that's the actual colour of most traditional Voth ships in there. And also, plus, you will notice that the engines at the back are a little bit smaller compared to its variant. It doesn't have the fins, and the bottom doesn't have that, like, you know, kind of like a thin thing down at the bottom and that. But however, the one thing they have done in this game, they have upgraded the Voth well, not just the Voth flight deck carriers, but a lot of the flight deck carriers to carry, instead of carrying one hangar pet, they now carry two, so they're actually full-on carriers basically. sure, they're still flight deck carriers and they will have their things and such, but they are more carrier based now instead of being how they used to. So I'll say that's one heck of an improvement in that, and they do plan to improve on other things at a later date. But yeah, that's the T5U variant. I will get my words out. I will get a tier 6 version of the science version of the Voth ship. I haven't actually got that yet. I'm still waiting to get to 100 mil of Earth credits to get one of them. And how I'm doing that? Well, I'm just basically selling stuff on the exchange, basically, like things that I harvest and such. Wait, where is it? You blind fucker. There we go. But anyway, yeah, now you know what the difference between the two is and what you get and what you're going to get if you get either one of these. Basically, whether you get a tier 5U or tier 6 of the Voth command flight deck carriers, it really doesn't matter, because at the end of the day you're still going to get these 4 masteries. The only thing you won't get is the trait from the tier 5 one. You only get that with the tier 6, and you won't get that with the tier 5 for nothing. You get that for nothing with the tier 6, but you can't really upgrade that, I'll say, yet. So I would say to most people wouldn't find that pretty useful, but however, they might find other things useful in it, and such and such. But overall, I do like this ship. But then again, I'm a bit of a Voth nut. I do like the Voth ships and such. I mean, heck, I would love, you know, if they actually give me a blinking Citadel to fly around. Yeah, it'd be slow as anything, but holy cow, those things are huge. But anyway, why don't I take this now? Now, you may notice that in my hangar bay, I've got the Voth Elite Heavy Fighters. Now, technically, I should really have 2 sets of those on there, but I thought I have the Advanced Peregrine Fighters, basically, but I will get the Elite versions as once my delivering builds back up again. And I would say once my fleet is fully up and operational for that, but luckily I got backups in the names of the 2 girls that are on here, and they always help me out, which I do thank them for, actually. Right. Anyway, enough of me waffling on, because you probably already heard me waffle on so much. Now, where should I test this out? Oh, excuse me. How dare I sneeze? But anyway, I know what to do. I'll test this out on... Oh, what would be a good idea to test this out on? Maybe that. Let's see. Gateway to Grey 4. Probably might end up being one of the ball things. I try not to make these things too repetitive, but sometimes it can't be helped. Obviously, you see me do the Gateway to Grey 4 before, but I just mostly shown off the new Voth ship, basically. Now, I'm not 100% how it's going to perform and such, whether it's going to perform bad and that, because I haven't actually got this one fully upgraded to the max yet, but I do intend to do that, but I'm doing it little by little. But like I said, I've never been much for a DPS runner anyway. I mostly just play the game for what it is. But if I can increase my, you know, power stats and such like that and make myself stronger, then heck, I'm willing to do that. But without going to the extremes of spending a heap load of real life money, because I'd rather use what they give to you free in the game anyway. Like, for example, the upgrades from the Phoenix boxes that they have going on and such. And yeah, they give you about so many for nothing, like for the delirium you have or whatever delirium you farm. But at the same time, it's still getting it for free technically. And it saves you having to use real life money, which I am quite grateful for. In fact, there's a lot of things in this game that saves you using real life money. Ooh, that's nice. So I just noticed below me about the big dreadnought below me. But yeah, like I said before, this game's actually pretty good when it comes to giving things for nothing in that. Oh, my nose. I think this ship's not doing that bad, actually, considering. Something to back alert. Also, plus, I think the team itself are pretty strong as well. They're not over the top strong, but they are pretty tough though. I need to zoom out. There we go. I do have a Herald dreadnought ship basically, but that's on my other character. That's another thing I need to upgrade as well. Oh yeah, I forgot about the cloak. Now the cloak is part of the Voth set. You need at least 2 of the Voth sets to give it the ability to cloak. If you want the battle cloak, you're going to need all 3 of the pieces, but either way, you know, even without the cloak, now it's still a good ship and such. Oh, there we go. Oh. I do apologise for the sniffing. I know it's annoying as anything, and I apologise full-handedly. You know, I'm like, ooh. Could do with some help over here. But then again, that could be due to the fact that it's my fault for not having enough DPS. By saying that, a little help always goes a long way, right? And pardon, I don't have entire players. I'm so glad that I don't have actual physical damage in this game, because otherwise all the players would be probably most likely messed up due to me ramming into them. I'm a terrible driver. Ooh, excuse me.
The shipyard is secure.
Now, gotta move myself over there.
The troop transports have entered orbit.
Oh shit, what did I do that for? I wasn't meant to do that yet. Oh well. Shit happens.
The troop transports from the starbase.
Wait, I didn't want to close that one, I want to close the greens. I've got to say, when it comes to knocking these raiders down, these beams are pretty good at that. Although they're not the strongest in the world, but like I said, she is new and I'm still upgrading her, but it still does better damage than what I thought. Because I thought at first that, ooh, brand new, it's not going to do much, but no, it's actually doing pretty well actually. But mind you, I will say that probably these flight deck carriers are more tank based than weapon damage based, but they can be deadly with their weapons and such, because I have seen tank builders make their weapons very high, very powerful, while at the same time being an all-out tank, and it's like, wow. Even though technically these things are meant to rely on their like fight support and such like that. But however, they can actually hold their own without the fires. But when it comes to certain things like PVEs and so forth, I do recommend using fires to keep the ship protected, because that has the extra, just that extra bit of firepower on your side. If you was to ask me which fires were the best and such, I wouldn't be able to tell you, because it depends what you prefer really, because you could either prefer the Zindies or the Voth or the spear builders even, sorry, or something else. Some people even like the bird of prey, you know, to use, and that would be classed as a frigate basically, but still. People have used them before, and they have been proven to be more than they're worth. In fact, they have been proven to be pretty good in the heat of battle and such like that. Now, I haven't used them myself. The only bird of preys I've used on the Klingon side is just the ones that they usually give you at the start, or the tier 5 variant. But other than that, I haven't used them as the fire types, frigate types, and so forth. I've mostly been using heavy fires and small fires. Although I do use frigates on my Terran ship, which has Terran frigates and such. And I will say, frigates can be quite the great force in this game. But it all depends on the actual frigate really, and it depends on the fires. And also plus it depends on the person as well, like what they prefer and such. I mean, some people prefer other things, other people prefer another.
Transports from the starbase are moving toward the planet.
The only trouble with small fires, they do get knocked out pretty easy compared to the heavy fires, but that's the only thing really. Mind you, they're only light based in that, but however, due to the light based, they are quite nimble, but they are vulnerable, like most fighters are really. I mean, you can't expect an actual aircraft to carry its payload while at the same time having thick layers of armour on it and such, and you know, because otherwise it just hinder its speed, because that's what most aircrafts are mostly known for. Not all. I don't know much in this area because I'm not, you know, I'm not a professional in the area. Because I know that some people would actually say, well, actually in this day and age, there have been in planes and such with this and that on it, and you know what, I wouldn't actually argue with them because I've been reading stuff like that. But anyway, going back to this game, yeah, so yeah, the fights are pretty handy to use and such. I mean, whether they be heavy or small, you know, it doesn't matter which one's used because they all could be just as good. But 100% I recommend getting elite fighters from your fleets and such, because that way it would actually help. And why isn't this thing closing when I tell it to? Fine, I'll go on. I'll stop myself then. How's that? Yeah, sometimes these portals want to close, sometimes they don't. Now you may notice that I'm using a lot of the Voth type weapons on this ship. Reason being because I want to give the Voth weapons more of a chance and such. Yes, I've got the temple dual beams on there, the one that's part of the temple set, and I also got the radiant anti-proton beam as well, so that I can do that heavy damage in that, especially with the advanced radiant hypercharge, and that thing does a heck of a lot of damage to ships and so forth. Depending on the actual DPS and such, sometimes those things can do one hit kills and so forth. I've seen players use them and they have literally knocked the 7 bells out of even your heavy ships with that. Anyway, oh yeah, just got to wait for this dreadnought to show up and blow it sky high. Nope, didn't want to target that. No, didn't want to target that. There we go. Unleash the swarm. I think using that red thing was a real bad idea actually, because it literally didn't do much. But then again, it only mostly works on smaller ships. So that was pretty stupid of me. I just realised I haven't actually used the enhanced reflective immunity matrix yet. But then again, I don't think there's any need for me to use it really, because, you know, the players are actually taking out the small fry. My ship's, you know, pretty much A-OK. And I should really focus fire on that dreadnought. And that way I can take care, well, we will take care of the small fire, because it's not just me, it's other players here as well. I don't want to take credit for their hard works. Oop. Now you won't see things there, sometimes this ship does jump around all over the show. Now can you imagine players having this thing? Man, that's a big massive fucker. Well, not as big compared to the Voth Citadel, but still big enough. And you dare ram me? Wait, where? Oh, it's right below me. There we go. No more dreadnought. Oh yeah, the one thing I like about Voth torpedoes is that they have more of a targeting arc on them. Yes, I have to look that up there to remember the words. But sometimes when you concentrate on a game and at the same time try to describe things, you find it hard to actually find the words you're looking for, especially the simple words. But eventually one just get used to it in the end and just go, yeah, you know, quickly explains it and all. But anyway, yeah, I'm pretty chuffed with this ship. I'm pretty impressed with it. I say, you know, with a lot of work on it and such, I reckon that I can get it up to full specs. But however, would I take it into a PvP match? I don't know. I might actually ask Rachel on that one, or one of the girls, who knows, just so that I can actually test this out. But I'll probably save that for another time. But yeah, that was the Voth flight deck carrier, the tier 6 variant of it. Actually, as I said, it's really not that much difference between the tier 5 U variant and that, but either way, I still say it's a very good ship, and I would recommend it to any flight deck carrier person that likes flying flight deck carriers, because these things are proper beasts when they get going, especially if you want to make a tank ship. The Voth really have it when it comes to their armour and stuff like that. I mean, like the engineering stuff and all that lot. Hence why these ships are pretty much tough and so forth. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. And again, I'm looking forward to doing the next one, which will be on Wednesday. And that should be me continuing off the missions and doing a couple of PvP runs as well. Because I did promise the girls that I would actually take them on. And even though they were below me to smithereens, but still, yeah. So hopefully I can do that on Wednesday. And until then, you take care of yourself and peace out.